Welcome to Mr. Mystery.
Today we are presenting top 10 most amazing cities. Berlin. Berlin is the capital and largest city of Germany by both area and population. It is also a city full of stories and fun facts. Berlin has the largest train station in Europe. Berlin is 9 times bigger than Paris. Within Berlin there are over 180 kilometers of navigable waterways. Hire a kayak or take a boat tour for an interesting perspective of the city. Berlin has 2,100 bridges. Noted for its cultural flair, Berlin is home to the world-famous Berlin Opera and Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, while its diverse art sense encompasses hundreds of galleries, events and museums, including those on Museum Island, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Auckland. Auckland is New Zealand's largest city and also one of its most dynamic. The North Island metropolis unfolds on a narrow isthmus between the Tasman Seas, Manukau Harbour, and Pacific Ocean, Waitemata Harbour. Although Auckland owes a large part of its appeal to its sparkling geographical location, its interesting landmarks and cultural attributes are also prominent reasons for its popularity. Auckland's second name is the City of Sails. Auckland is home to the world's largest Polynesian population. Auckland is home to over 50 volcanoes. You can walk from the Pacific Ocean to the Tasman Sea in 4 hours. Auckland boasts one of the tallest man-made structures in the Southern Hemisphere. That's just some of the facts that you should know about Auckland. Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto is considered the cultural capital of Japan and a major tourist destination. It is home to numerous Buddhist temples, Shinto shrines, places and gardens, many of which are listed collectively by UNESCO as the World Heritage. Tokyo and Kyoto have similar names because Kyoto was once the country's capital, which Tokyo later became. Kyoto is Japan's third largest city and also one of its oldest. It was originally founded as Heian in 994 and had its golden age during the court's heyday from 794 to 1185, home to many cultural landmarks and historical sites. Kyoto is thought of as the heart of Japan. Kyoto is worth visiting. Paris. There is a reason Paris is one of the most popular cities among travelers, known as the City of Light or the City of Love. The streets of Paris overflow with culture, art, beauty, and history. Climbing the many steps of Sacré-Cœur, standing before the Eiffel Tower in awe, or searching out the best crepes along Siena, Paris is a city that captures the heart of millions every year. Believe it or not though, Paris wasn't always called Paris and the Eiffel Tower wasn't supposed to be a permanent fixture. Paris was originally a Roman city called Lutetia. It's believed that Paris only has one stop sign in the entire city. There are at least 3 replicas of the Statue of Liberty in Paris. The most famous of them exists on an island in the middle of the Siena and looks towards her sister statue in New York. Sydney. The population of Sydney is just over 5 million people. Sydney experiences warm summers and moderated cold winters. In the winter months, the temperature rarely drops below freezing, as snow is even more unlikely. World-famous landmark Sydney Harbour Bridge is nicknamed the Coat Hanger. It is the tallest steel arch bridge and the widest long-span bridge in the world. Sydney is the state capital of New South Wales. The first people to inhabit the area now known as Sydney were Indigenous Australians, having migrated from northern Australia and before that from Southeast Asia. Radiocarbon dating suggests human activity first started to occur in the Sydney area from around 30,735 years ago. Toronto, Canada. Toronto is the largest city in Canada. It is the capital city of the province of Ontario. It is on the northwest side of Lake Ontario. Toronto has a population of over 3 million people. Many large banks of Canada have their main offices in Toronto. It is also a popular destination for tourists. The CN Tower present in the city is the tallest in Americas. Toronto is a very multicultural city because different people from around the world have moved to Toronto to live since the 20th century. Toronto has museums like the Royal Ontario Museum and the Art Gallery of Ontario. The City Hall and the Rogers Centre are popular for the design style. The Four Seasons Centre for the Performing Arts, which was opened in June 2006, is home to the Canadian Opera Company and the National Ballet of Canada. Rome, Italy. Rome is the capital city of Italy and the Italian region Latium. It is on the Tiber River and has 2.8 million people. An estimate by the OECD put the number of people of the city area of Rome at 3.47 million. The enclave Vatican City is in the northwest. Rome is a major European political and cultural center, containing the HiQ headquarters of FAO. It is home of the Pope and was one of the most powerful cities of antiquity, the Old World. It currently contains numerous museums, basilicas, and palaces such as the Colosseum. Copenhagen, Denmark. Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark and the country's largest city. Copenhagen is the seat of the national parliament, the government, and monarchy. The original designation for the city from which the contemporary Danish name is derived was Købmandshavn, Merchant's Harbor. The English name for the city is derived from its German name Copenhagen. The element hafnium is named after the city's Latin name Hafnia. Copenhagen was one of the 3 last Danish municipalities not belonging to a county. Copenhagen was founded around year 1000 by Svein First Forkbeard. Copenhagen is located on the eastern shore of the island of Zealand and partly on the island of Amager. London. London is the capital and largest city of England and the United Kingdom. 8.63 million people live in London, which is on the River Thames. London is the biggest city in Western Europe and the world's largest financial center. London was founded by the Romans in Londinium. London is also known as Lunain in Scottish Gaelic, Luandain in Welsh, and Londine in Irish. For a long time, London was a small city. All its people live inside the walls that were built by the Romans. This area is still called the City of London. There were many villages around the city. Gradually, more people came to live there. Then, step by step, the villages joined together into a huge city. The city has a huge network of transport systems. The Victorians built a number of railway systems in the mid-19th century. New York. New York is a northeastern state with the 4th largest population in the United States. It's also home to some of the country's most popular tourist destinations, including the Statue of Liberty and Niagara Falls. Upstate New York is known for its scenic mountains and lakes. but the state is of course best known for bustling New York City, which is considered one of the greatest cities in the world. Population is 20 million, and the nickname got was the Empire State. New York was named in honor of the English Duke of York and Albany, when the region then called New Amsterdam was taken from the Dutch in 1664. So that was our list. See you next time.